There we go.
There we go.
Here it is.
It's hard sometimes to clap, and make noise.
I can't really count these days.
I don't even really need to count. Like I've been saying, it's just visual. I just need the audio and the visual. That's it. They can all be off, out of sync, whatever.
Listen, bro, we just got to fire on all cylinders.
No, they can't. Tony, what do you got there? What's that graphic novel?
It's a Batman graphic novel.
What's that graphic novel?
It's called Cataclysm.
It's called Cat Pussy? What'd you call it?
Cataclysm? It's called Big Cat Bussy. No, it's
Big Cat Bussy. Frank Miller's most controversial Batman comic was Big Bat Bussy, which featured Batman as a member of the LGBTQ plus community. He was getting cream pied constantly. Just open cheek cream pied. Gate.
God damn.
With his hardcore gritty style. They weren't ready for that in 1994.
Okay in the 90s.
This was, you gotta understand, this was not heard of in the 90s. To have a busted in cream pied butthole.
Batman.
Multi-paneled. You gotta understand, that was not done.
Full page spread of that Big Bat Bussy.
That Big Bat Bussy.
Big Bat Bussy. Yeah, it's a good one though.
Speaking of,
that's what a lot of the movies take inspiration from, like in Dark Knight Rises and in the new one. Just basically where the city gets destroyed. Like that's the storyline there.
What's the actual name of it? God damn.
Well, this is like it's like the prelude to it, but it's called No Man's Land, and it's like Gotham just gets destroyed. It would be really fire plot line. They did that for just a whole movie, but it's usually just like it's like Bane's end plan or Riddler's end plan.
So
I'm going to destroy the seawall.
So they released, apparently, I haven't watched it, but a deleted scene of Barry Keoghan playing Jared Leto, or not Jared Leto playing Joker, and someone goes, "So y'all bash Jared Leto for his design, but you're perfectly fine with this?" And someone quote tweeted it and just said, "He had damage written on his forehead, my guy."
Yeah, dude. This
Literally.
This Joker is way more what I would want to see out of the Joker. Like, he looks hard to look at.
Yeah.
He's
the new scene, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's it seemed like it was borrowing a lot from Heath. But there's not necessarily anything wrong with that. But,
I think it's going to be big. Just his writing and what he does is going to be big. I don't think the performance is going to be. I haven't watched the deleted scene, so maybe I'll just watch it right now. But
yeah, why don't you?
Why don't I? I don't know if his performance is going to be quite as good as the other, fucking ones that have already happened, like Ledger or. I haven't seen the Leto one. God forbid.
You haven't even seen it?
No. Suicide Squad?
Loser.
Fuck no. I would never.
Why would he? Who would watch that?
Let's see. How's these guys sounding?
All right.
Interesting.
You gonna pull it
up? Connor, pull that up.
Have you read his file?
Have you read it?
It was kind of weird that he was going, like, he has this relationship with the Joker where he's like, will you look over this for me? Like, he would,
Joker.
The Joker wouldn't just rip it to shreds, but it's also kind of like
some files.
Yeah, it's like, take a look at these, proofread this for me.
It would be cool if Batman, from a writing perspective, needs Joker in a certain way. That's really fucking cool, because that's kind of how they made the Catwoman relationship. He's not an emotional, I need to get revenge on the Joker. It's just like, I need your help.
Right.
I need your help finding the lawyer.
And I think it's also cool if the Joker can be sort of a, like, not the main villain, but more like a sort of cameo. Like
something you save,
Yeah.
Like, keep him in prison.
He's just kind of the Batman's attorney. He's just kind of, I need to speak with my paralegal. What's my recourse? Wow, Batman.
My retainer has to be high.
You're looking at 5 to 10 for this.
Did you 25 to life for that?
So now, if you admit to the robbery, we can get 5 off the assault charge.
So that was a good move. I killed
But
4.
your first mistake was not calling me sooner.
Don't talk. Don't take a sip from the glass. They need that.
Now,
for your
what do
DNA.
you say if the
Wait, have you
cops
seen it?
corner you?
Have you seen it, Max?
What do you say? Nothing.
The clip?
You say nothing.
What did
Have you
you
seen
say?
the deleted scene?
What?
No, I don't.
Max,
I would bet my entire life that he has not watched the fucking deleted but Joker
No,
scene.
I haven't. I'm just going.
Well, I
off the
mean,
Heath
he was
shit.
doing an impression of it, but that I assume it's based off of
I'm just going Heath. Yeah.
right? But so the new trailer, the new I
He's
forget what's the
different.
guy's name? He's the guy from Eternals. No,
Barry Keoghan. That's his
I
name.
feel
He's
like
also
he
from
pulls a-
Dunkirk.
yeah. I feel like
Like-
he pulls from Heath's performance a lot, so it's like you could have very well been doing either one of them. Like it's
The
very,
Heath
very
Ledger
similar
Joker
type.
is the Joker to me.
That
It's
is
that
true.
Mark Hamill. For me, that's the Joker. A human version in a show, that's Heath Ledger. In like a show or a movie, that's Heath Ledger. A fucking cartoon version, it's Mark Hamill. There's no reason to I think it's smart that he doesn't. The Jared Leto. Good, I can't even imagine. I've heard Jared Leto's one of the most insufferable people ever.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I
go
don't know. He
ahead,
seems like a
Jared.
chill guy. Inside and out.
Dude, there's two
It's like
types
cool-
of Joker, or there's two things about Joker though, right? It's like their performance and like his personality and stuff. But then you have to think about physically, how does he look? Like aesthetic. And you have like, the grody ass fucking Joker, which this guy is playing, Barry. And then it is inspired by Heath's because he's pretty grotesque too, versus like a cartoon Joker, like from the animated series, is like very like,
He's buttoned up. He's a slick guy. He
Yeah.
can blend in with people,
Jack Nicholson would fall into that category.
Yeah. The Jack Nicholson Joker is cool, but to me that kind of stands as its own character. It's kind of its own vibe.
And it's like two, I think, pretty distinct. And then there's like the Arkham video games Joker, who I think
Mark
is
Hamill.
like, well, he's the personality, but aesthetically, I think he looks like the perfect Joker.
Right, because he's grody.
He's kind of a mesh of the two. Like his face is that, but it's like, I don't know. He's just like that. He has that build, that lanky build, and he's like,
He's got that unique build.
The Barry Keoghan Joker looks more like an Oni, to be quite honest.
Yeah, he looks like an Oni. Yeah, certified Oni.
We were looking up the definition. I'm very interested in Japanese folklore recently, and an Oni is a kind of yokai, which I believe I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but a demon, an orc, an ogre, or a troll in Japanese folklore.
4 camps there are of the Oni tribe.
Just imagine being one of the 4 demon, orc, ogres, or trolls. I mean, that's quite a foursome.
It's a pretty diverse, like,
that's
I don't
probably
know,
my
we call it
favorite
a phylum, like a
phylum of those species.
The Oni phylum splits into 4. What would you call those?
Yeah, they appear as stock villains in the well-known fairy tales of Momotaro, which means
I have not heard of that.
Peach Boy. Taro, Peach Boy, actually.
Peach Boy.
Do you know about the Japanese ogres from the Peach Boy? Just a teacher talking like that in class.
The Peach Boy.
Yeah, no, that shit's
fire.
That shit's fire.
Yeah.
Oni or fire.
Oni.
Oni one. Yeah, dude. Should've been crazy.
And I think that'll be like the perfect rebrand opportunity.
Yeah.
Because it rhymes with my name.
Yeah, yeah. We're thinking Tony's new username will be Oni Tony or
Tony or Tony the Oni, whatever's not taken. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Tony the
and people are
Bony
going to be like, what the fuck does this say? Like, Tony the Oni? Are you talking about the guy from Black Sabbath?
Tony the Boneman.
Wait, what's that guy's name? There is a guy named Tony in it.
Tony Yomi?
Tony Yomi. Oh, see, there's
Yak
gotta make
Sabbath?
sure there's not. I mean, that's not the worst thing.
From
No.
Sack Blabbeth.
From Smack Sabbath.
Dude, speaking
from
of
Snack Sabbath.
Bro,
I love Snack Sabbath.
Speaking of metal, Foo Fighters put out a metal album and it actually smacks. But it's like under it's like a different band's name, but it is that band. But speaking of them,
yeah,
RIP to their drummer.
Sad as fuck. Tragic. 50 years old, man.
He literally died yesterday when the album came out, and it's kind of like creepy because it's like the album based off the like satanic slasher movie they just put out.
That shit is really sad, man.
Creepy.
It
is very sad.
We spotted him on the street when I was in LA going to college.
Seriously?
Yeah. He was at like a recording studio that was across the street. He just stepped outside. You know, nice ass guy, smiling guy.
Oh,
yeah, that dude is like the Guitar Hero archetype drummer guy. You know?
I mean, Dave Grohl picked that dude, so it's like that's why it's so fucked up. Yeah.
He said he wasn't worried. He's never like had to worry about the drums with him. Like he didn't miss being a drummer because he had like the best drummer. He said.
Well, it's because
that's pretty sweet.
That's so sad.
Well, it wasn't until Taylor joined that like several years later Dave actually let someone else record the drums for Foo Fighters.
It's like 3 years in,
because like
the original drummer, realize that.
No, the original drummer of the Foo Fighters didn't play on any of the albums. Like
tour.
And even then, Dave he got kicked out while they were recording "Color in the Shape" because like the dude went and recorded like most of the songs for that record. And then Dave went in and did them again. Like Dave just went in and did them. So
Taylor on Color and Shape?
No.
It
was the dude from Sunny Day Real Estate.
The first drummer.
Yeah. The first drummer was in Sunny Day Real Estate. And then he just couldn't.
That's probably the most clutch present my mom ever just off of her own intuition ever got me was buying me some CDs one year for Christmas, and one of them was the Color and Shape. Great fucking album. Great fucking
100%. I mean,
be a monkey wrench. I mean, just fantastic.
It really is just like that one, you know?
Scoober doober, scoober doober, scoober doober, scoober doober, scoober doober, and then just one of the best Guitar Hero 2 charts of all time.
100%.
They're already in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is cool. Like,
I mean,
they've basically become like a meme at this point.
They're like the last rock band that's just like, we're rocking for fun.
No, I know. Like they've kept like that spirit. Like it's just like I really just feel like it's them. You know?
Yeah.
Like they're the. I mean, there's other rock bands that have stayed around, but they're the only one that hasn't like AC/DC is around and has made albums, but it's like but it's AC/DC. Like Foo Fighters like. They changed their sound.
I'm biased, but I really feel like a band like Nudes has that ability to synthesize kind of the more emo indie style with like the pop style and also like a rock kind of like power style. Because I was at their show last night and just the songs they have, like the way Nick noodles on that fucking guitar, but then also like I don't know, they just offer something pretty strong, pretty solid.
They do, especially when you can have two vocalists that are really good, and it's a man-woman like combo. There's a lot of diversity.
Yeah,
a lot of opportunity.
Supremely. Yeah. And they're both just like songwriters, both of them. Just write songs
too.
Yeah, it's just like
great name,
and they're attractive, good-looking band. You know,
Jared Leto says he doesn't think movie theaters would still exist without films.
I saw that, and the picture is just him like going like that to like a photographer across the way. And sorry, you're so dumb and evil, Jared Leto.
Yeah, sorry, that just came across my desk and I had to share. But yeah, dude,
you turned 27 this week, my guy.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot.
Don't worry.
I fully forgot. I looked up today and I was like, "Oh, it's
in a dark corner and forget about it." But thank you for bringing it out.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. I was like, "Oh, it's the end of March." Oh, it's now the end of March.
Dude, at this age, it's like when I turned 27 the last couple, in November, I was like, I'm finally 28. I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm just finally actually 27, because you just feel like you're that age when you're like 4 months out. You're just like, I'm 27.
Yeah,
you're like 28,
and then I'm like, all right, I'm turning 28, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm 27. I'm not that old. Like, it's crazy how you get to this age and it's all just like time flies by so fast, but yet I don't know. You like, I don't know. Your age is just like, you kind of forget it. You're just like, I'm 20. I'm in my late 20s. All these years.
You go from early 20s to late 20s in the blink of an eye. Like that.
Not even that.
I'm old though. 27 is fucking old. Like, god damn.
You're halfway.
Like late 20s.
That shit kind of just hit me.
Kind of homogenous. It's kind of one age, really.
Like, we're in our late 20s. Like,
yeah. Well, luckily, it doesn't really matter till a 30. So.
I mean, 30 is going to be fun because then it's like, okay, now I'm just like an adult. I'm just like an old person. I'm an adult.
No, I mean, I am now. Me around anymore.
Right now, we're just old young people.
You can't boss me around anymore, Mom. I'm 30 anymore. That's low key what I did this Christmas. I was like, hey, guess what? I'm an adult, so I'm going to go ahead and bye bye. Bye bye. Cloud of smoke.
Yart.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, man. TikTok's been going a little crazy recently, by the way. So we probably got some new listeners. Tony, shut the fuck up. Real quick.
All right.
Sorry.
What the fuck, dude?
I forgot something.
Shut your yapper. Okay?
Shut your yapper.
Shut your yapper. Need a new yapper.
No one's going to ask me what I forgot.
What did you forget?
I forgot to introduce the podcast.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, don't introduce it.
Don't introduce this shit.
Stop.
That's my bad, y'all. I do apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday in your fucking butthole, March 28th, 2022. Welcome to another episode of Woke and Boke Boom.
Woke and Boke Boom.
Woke and Boke Boom, only on Boomerang. Only on fucking Cartoon Network teenager version or whatever the fuck. Or the Teen Nick. Disney XD. the fucking tween version of shit. Episode 132 to be exactamundi. I am your host, Connor Boyd. Hello. If you're watching this for the first time, thank you. You may know me from TikTok on your For You page. You may know me from Twitter or Instagram. You may know me from Jaded Forum. Doesn't matter fucking at all. This is just a chill show where I am joined, as always, by my best friends from the great gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri, where we're all from originally. First and foremost, I don't want to say foremost. I guess, I don't know. It's all equal over here. But first we got, the original Vigi Stimmy setup, man. The drummer from hell and heaven at the same time. The sexiest man who's probably ever lived. And a mustache god. Max Sansa is here. Max, how the fucking fuck are you?
Hi, everybody.
Very
How's
regal.
it going? Hi, it's me.
Dun, 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 dun. It's like a fucking queen. Gets shot. Hey, I'm Max Sansa, and I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Where's my popemobile?
Yeah, that's crazy. Why is he the only leader in the world that has a bulletproof, like, fucking telephone booth to?
I don't get that, honestly. The more
like, what government, what political shit happens when the Pope gets fucking
nuked?
Car 98'd. I mean, like,
yeah. If the Pope gets lasered, what happens?
He's knocked.
It's like, do not want to fall.
Wait, has that happened?
Shooting the Pope and going, he's knocked, and the Pope's like,
oh my god!
In the popemobile, he's knocked. He's knocked.
What the fuck? And he's like, Pope hasn't been killed since the 900s.
Since 900? Like AD?
Yeah, 984.
Bro, we haven't had a Pope die since 984, so come try us, motherfucker.
We've had Popemobile since 984.
You mean 1984?
We've been protecting the Pope since 984. Fucking try it. And it's like, no one wants to kill the Pope. We don't give a fuck. He doesn't control any economic.
Some people do. They're mad about some shit.
Okay,
but like he's certainly like someone that needs security. But yeah, I guess
it's not like clapping a Supreme Court justice or something like that. It's just a goddamn pope who's like, today I feel like it is okay to masturbate. Actually, like he does absolutely nothing. He's like a sports commentator who's just like, this year I really think that premarital sex, it's going to be a lot more okay. I think it's going to be a lot more okay. Being gay is going to be more okay. You're going to see that in the league.
Is it any more different though than like a American politician riding in like a black SUV that's all bulletproof? They just want it to look less
that's like you're not even exposed.
Yeah.
No, you're not even exposed to anything. And yeah, of course, but that makes sense. But the popemobile, it's like, first of all, he's not even going to
look what we have to do to protect the Pope.
Who the fuck came up with it? Like, he's the only person in the world who needs a goddamn clear, like he's presenting a dessert truck on a dish. It's like, look at this cake.
Nobody wants to see Biden's like wrinkly old ass. Like, people want to see the Pope.
I mean,
it's because they got to see the drip.
It's just so funny because the Pope is just like, oh, I touch it, Pope. I kiss it, Pope. I can just touch it, Pope. I just need to see him, and my life is going to be complete. And it's like, he's a fucking guy. He's not even Italian. Sometimes he's like a fucking Austrian.
So that could be the reason.
This man wears slippers. Like he's just
getting out of the SUV, and he's like, he's getting out of a fucking Escalade, like doing this shit. He's like, watch it. Oh my god, we're gonna get a Pope that vapes at some point. He's just like,
fuck yeah, we are, dude.
I don't think that you can wear condoms anymore. That's just so. I'm just dying because it's like literally like, it's like, okay, we want to protect the Pope, but people need to see it a Pope. They need to be able to see
it. Pope.
We need to put him in a glass telephone booth and put it in the back of a pickup truck. And it's just like,
with the ventilation, because you're going to be vaping.
He can only breathe in there for 20 minutes. Knocking the Pope out. Like, he's just like doing this, and there's just like sarin gas that just enters the fucking... He's just like, what is going on? It's like, popemobile backfired on you, didn't it, Poppy? Poppy.
Most popes aren't even Italian.
I forgot we're still introducing them.
Are we? I don't even know.
Yeah.
We stopped.
Also joining us today. Yeah, it's because Max is doing this shit.
Yeah. Got some mileage out of that.
We were done. I blacked out there.
I thought the pod was over.
I thought
we just went riffing.
I thought that was it.
Thought we were just riffing.
The end of days. Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, we're also joined by the only another Vigi Stimmy. I mean, look at y'all set up, and then look at me. I'm in like a fucking psych ward over here with one poster. I'm in like fucking Shawshank Redemption over here. In comparison,
I just got to add like another poster and like a light.
Yeah, the King of Lights over here, and the King of the Blues. Tony motherfucking goddamn Harrop is joining us as well. Tony, how you doing?
What's up?
Yo. So I was thinking about this. How would like an Australian person say salmon?
They'll have a bit of salmon. Oh yeah, it's like it neutralizes their accent.
Like I thought it might sound like semen.
Could I get some semen? Could I get a fucking huge slice of semen? You're fucking right. Holy shit.
Oh,
I like some semen. I mean, I don't know if they'd go quite that crazy with it. Have you ever had seed semen? It's one of the best, man.
Boiling hot semen. Yeah.
You put it on a char grill. You char up some semen. Holy shit. I had semen for lunch and it's been stuck in my teeth all day.
Stuck in my teeth.
Like, fucking, what did you say, Klaus? I'm working from home today. So I seed up some semen.
Klaus.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what fucking Australian
like
Winston. Winston. Yeah. My name's Winston. And I've been eating semen probably my whole life. My whole life. God damn. I gotta introduce this shit. Tony's like, I'm doing well, and also, how would Australia talk about
get this off my chest?
Salmon. I feel like it'd be salmon. Salmon. Yeah, it would sort of sound like semen. Semen.
That's what
Have you
I'm
ever had
saying.
semen?
You kept me up last night.
Tony's that meme of the guy like from Ren and Stimpy, just like getting up out of bed and just like staring, but it's about salmon. Listen, every week we get together to catch up on the latest in video games, current events, movies, music, basically anything we're interested in talking about. We're all just best friends. We want to present a comfortable, cozy, fun vibe for y'all to tap into and just have a good time. World's crazy. It's good to just be carefree for a couple hours every week and just chill. You know what I mean? Subscribe to us on YouTube if you're digging the vibe. Give us a follow on Spotify. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts. We're on Twitter and Instagram. Those handles are at Welcome Boke Pod for Twitter, at Welcome Boke Podcast for Instagram. And you can, reach us on our Gmail, which we get an email just about every episode now, at least one. We love the fuck out of that. Yeah, we love the goddamn emails. So please don't be shy. Even if it's just to say hello, what up? We will read them on the show. And you can send us questions. You can send us just literally comments. You can send us suggestions on shit to talk about, whatever you want. And we will read them on the show. And links to all of these are listed in the show description. Gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Welcome Boke. Man, it is truly glorious, this show.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I say that basically every introduction now, but I have to underline that this is quite the program. It's legendary. We'll be able to go back and listen to several years worth of conversations.
Oh yeah. No, it's perfect to me, So that's all that at the end of the day, really.
I was thinking the other day about how sad I would be if one of you died, and then I was like, damn, I could vibe to the conversations with y'all for like literally hours and hours and hours straight. So
right.
it's like a little locket of our love. Dude, I want to read the email because
sure,
it's actually an interesting one. I didn't read it before the show, but. It's got my name in the subject line. That's part of the reason I want to read it. This comes from Aaron. It says, the subject line is Connor's Batman question. He says, I agree with Connor. I don't know why the fuck people want to see a Playboy Bruce Wayne outside of a quick joking context like what was mentioned. Does not seem like they are setting up for that at all and would be super jarring. I like this where the Batman persona is just bleeding into his regular life and has taken it over. As for Connor's question about where are the original big blockbuster movies with comic book flair, I agree. And it's why I'm stoked on Everything Everywhere All at Once that's dropping this weekend because it's exactly that. I'm going to pause because I saw a trailer for that. And he's going to pause. Everything Everywhere. It looked really cool. Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a metaverse movie, basically. Basically, a woman must retain herself through her counterparts through different multiverse. So it seems really fucking trippy and really creative. It is a A24 film, I believe. I want to say.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the fucking info on this. Here, let me open up the
I'm literally peeping as we speak.
Dan Kwan. It stars Michelle Yeoh. I believe that's how you say her name.
We talking Morbius?
Who was in Crazy Rich Asians and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
No.
No, this is not Morbius. Fuck that movie. Morbius, Orpheus. Orifice in my Morbius. It just looks fucking dope. And it looks like just an actual original goddamn movie for once. So God bless A24. A lot of people shit on them for only putting out movies with a certain style, but to me, all their movies are at the very least doing something in an attempt to be original. So I respect that. But getting back to the email, looks like a Doctor Strange multiverse plus Shang-Chi plus it's an A24 produced film and an original idea all coming together. Very stoked to see it. But as cringe as it is, it's why I'm a Nolan and Tarantino simp, because they drop huge movies that are original, that still sell out seats. So fun when their movies drop. Jordan Peele is doing this too, and maybe Edgar Wright can get an honorable mention. I would agree with that.
Yeah, there's still plenty of like big actor. I mean, big
plenty.
directors.
I don't know if there's
there's a good chunk of like a little handful of like directors that have been putting out bangers. You know,
yeah, and they're paid handsomely for it.
Yeah,
you know, that's why I think like Licorice Pizza is so important, because that's a really iconic filmmaker. It's Paul Thomas Anderson's newest movie, and it's nominated for Best Picture. That's why I think that's cool, because that's an original movie, and it's made by someone who's very much even though it's like just a white guy, he's very much appreciative of the kind of like greater discourse of film as a language, and it's a fantastic movie. So I'm excited to hopefully see more directors do original shit. It seems, I don't know, it seems like there's not a lot of hype around the other Oscar movies that are coming up. That's the other thing. Oscars are this Sunday. But I don't I heard about Power of the Dog. That's probably the one I would watch most. Drive My Car maybe, but I don't know anything about these films or like anything about the filmmakers really. Jane Campion, for example. But yeah, it's not even action movies. It's just having big movies that are successful, that are original. But it's like, okay, that's easier said than done. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's West Side Story, not original, but Steven Spielberg. Belfast. Wow, I think Power of the Dog is definitely going to win Best Picture. It seems like people want that to win, but I don't know if you guys have any idea what the fuck I'm talking about, to be honest.
No. I haven't seen a lot of those movies.
Yeah,
I was just looking up what's his name, Bong Joon-ho. I was like, does he have a movie coming out? Because he hasn't put anything out since Parasite.
Joon-ho, you mean?
Or Ho, sorry. Bong Joon-ho, yeah. He put out Parasite. I was just thinking of like movies that really, really impressed me like the last 5 years. And I was like, there's still good movies that aren't like big action movies coming out,
Yeah, it's just like there was this back in the day. There was a lot.
Back in the day, the big action movies didn't feel so hollow, like Spider-Man 1 or 2 or whatever.
Yeah,
I guess is what you're saying, right?
There's just a completely different industry now. I think is the difference. There's just like this sort of a fuse between television and movies. There's like this fan service industry, but. Anyways, we talked that to death.
Capitalization on it, like make a spin-off show off of Catherine Hahn's character.
Yeah, kill myself.
Me. Yeah, it's like or Penguin, like making a Penguin show. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Do you guys have any metal shit to talk about? Because I could really go for a shit.
Yeah,
and that's your guys' thing.
I was gonna say the new Foo Fighters album is fire. It opens up with like a straight up black metal song. Yeah, go for it. Go poop.
Yeah, I'll need to.
You can keep it. It's only 8 songs. Yeah. It's really short.
I remember. I remember the Tyler from Fever Dream sending us when they dropped that first single, and it's like it's cool, but I don't know. I don't know.
Play that single.
It's not for me.
What, the Foo Fighters one?
Yeah.
Or was it called Dream Window?
Yeah.
Something.
Dream Widow. And it's like
Dream Widow.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's not that it's like bad or like it's not even not for me. It's just like.
Well, if you only heard one song, I would say that's not really gonna like the songs are all like pretty. Like the first song is like a black metal song. That's the only one that's like that. That even has like harsh vocals. So maybe that one you would like. I don't know if that's the one you heard, but I don't know. And I still need to finish it. But what was I gonna say? Bane's album is crazy.
The Vane album is crazy. I just realized yesterday, I was like, I've listened to that like once. And
Yeah.
I need to do it. I need to listen to it more. But I think the reason why I haven't listened to it a bunch is because I ordered the record like months ago. And I remember getting the notification that it shipped. And then yesterday when I got home from work at like 1 a.m, I was like, I never got that record. And it shipped like 3 weeks ago. And I looked it up and it said shipping label created in New York. So I got to send that email.
Sometimes records take a while. I haven't bought one in a while, but I know that they take a while to ship.
But it was a pre-order. Like I ordered it.
Still, you never fucking know.
But everyone else I know got it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, when you pre-order a record 6 months before the record comes out, you expect to get it within a couple days of the record coming out. Because every other time I've done that, it's come like the day before the album actually came out.
Yeah,
I got the notification that it shipped 2 days before the record came out. So yeah, and I'm rarely caring about that, but now I'm just like, I don't know, I spent $30 on that, and it's like a first pressing, so I want it.
In terms of I mean, I still need to listen to it more than like I've only listened through it like once or twice.
But it rips. I'm seeing them in like I'm seeing them on my birthday. They're
fire, very cool.
Yeah. They're playing it off Broadway.
Oh, nice.
Let me see where this is.
I'm looking at what's coming out this year. Belmont put out a good pop punk album, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've never been into that band.
Yeah, me neither. I've checked them out before, but but this I'm gonna probably give this album a re-listen. But it was impressing me. Yeah. Dude, Northlane is putting out some stinkers.
Dude, I have not cared about Northlane since Adrian was in the band. Like
the album they put out after that, I think bangs. Like Node.
Rot was cool.
Like the sound they got on it. Rot, exactly.
Rot was like a cool song, but that's really about
and there's like 4 other ones on that I think match that kind of vibe. And then the album after that, it's similar but less good.
Right.
And then they put out another one, and it's just like I'm out.
Yeah, I can't.
They put out one. Huh?
I know. I was saying like I can't be paid to care about that band. Like the whole gent wave is just like so dead to me.
Yeah, well, yeah. If a band has more than like, a few seconds of just straight up just genting, like zeros.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, like
maybe
Spirit
like one
Box,
bar.
I do not get why people like Spirit Box so much. If I'm being honest.
Female vocalist is good. She's
but like.
But
I don't
as far
as
their songwriting, I agree. Well, their older stuff I thought was good. It was like kind of unpredictable and like it wasn't like just by the numbers, like But they put out a debut album, and I have not cared to re-listen to it.
I mean, ever since even Holy Roller, the first time I heard that,
Holy Roller's kind of fire.
It's so fucking boring to me. Like it's just like it's the same riff. It's just like.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's not my favorite song. I just like the kind of. I like the hook, the harsh vocal hook on it,
Yeah.
And I like Rule of Nines a lot. I think that's a good song.
I think what I'm just tired of. I think what I'm just tired of is just like this show in a box metal. So like.
Show in a box?
Yeah, so like since I work in this shit, like usually with these kinds of bands, I see what the like rigs they tour with, and like you'll notice that like a lot of those like computer metal bands, like they don't have fucking cabs, like they don't have amps, like they're all direct in, and then they play to the track, and they, everyone's on in-ears, the drummer's on a click, and so everything's like queued up, and like there's effects, and there's like bass drops and all this shit, like there's like 4 or 5 channels of like playback shit, and I'm just it's like fucking up heavy music for me, because it's like because it's just like I get the convenience of like having your own in-ears, and like if you're on tour you don't have to fuck with monitors and that kind of shit. I totally get that, but like when everything's on a click and like you can't add a song, you can't change your set list, like you can't play faster, you can't play slower, like your set is literally exactly the same every single night. I don't fuck with that. Like I'm kind of over that shit, because it's like.
Is that like an example of like a band like Spirit Box would be?
Yeah. Yeah, they fall into that category, and it's just like I don't know.
Very produced, hyper produced,
right, exactly, which is fine. It's just like I just like I'm just tired in a live context. I'm tired of it. It's like I just like it's one thing if the drummer is just like on the click, and then like you've got tracks or whatever. It's like shit that I don't even like disagree with the idea of, but it's just like our whole band is in this one rack. We don't have any amps. We don't have anything. It's just all very computerized and like it's just lifeless. And
are you talking about the music Tony likes?
I mean,
lifeless computerized music.
No, he's talking about how
I'm talking about the live aspect.
Some bands in the scene that he produces music for have live sets that are
just that I work.
Produced.
I don't work with these people. I work their shows.
You have to set up their shows because you work at a live venue.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say
that is kind of working for them in a weird way.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
because you're getting insight into how they at least want to sound live.
Yeah, I guess I should say I don't like produce them, but I turn them up.
You try and make their live show sound like as close to what they want it to as they can as they want.
But even then, the other catch to that is that usually bands like that will travel with a sound guy or a front of house person, and then they're usually not good at their job. So then it's just like that's kind of where the beef really comes in, because it's just like, dude, you have all of the band. The channels that you get, like when the band plugs into the PA system, plugs into the mixing console, everything's pretty much done. Like all the tracks are already EQ'd and leveled. All the fucking guitars are all that shit's already done, but they still fuck it up. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Like this is a joke. This is all just a fucking joke. But
so are you talking about Dragon Force? Or tell us about
Dragon
that
Force was the worst. That was fucking awful, dude.
You said it was your second time doing live sound for them.
Huh?
You said it was your second show with them.
Yeah, the first show I just loaded their shit in. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was just stagehanding. But the other day I was doing. I didn't do sound for anybody because the whole tour package was contained on their own gear. But like, let me put it into context. So like this week at work, I had like 2 or 3 shows at Del Mar Hall. Then I immediately went in to do 4 shows at Red Flag. First day at Red Flag was Cannibal Corpse, which was sick. Cannibal Corpse rips. That was fucking awesome. Second day was Circle Jerks, which was fucking which was fucking sick as fuck.
Circle Jerks.
And both of those days were pretty much sold out. Cannibal Corpse definitely sold out. Circle Jerks was really close. So like about 2,000 people. About 2,000 tickets sold. Neither of those bands brought anything but like guitars, speakers, and their drums. Like no lights, no video wall, no fucking stage setup, no bullshit. Just literally they loaded their shit in, then they played. Like that's
fire.
Fucking A. Dragon Force sold about 300 tickets. And they brought in so much goddamn production and didn't coordinate with anybody about it. Like every 5 seconds, it was like, can we have more towels for the green room? It's like, I need an Ethernet line for my Twitch stream. We need stage power everywhere. Like, even though there's a power strip right there. Like literally in eye, you could see it from where they're standing. It's just like shit where it's just like, is there any way for us to, get from the stage to the green room without, doing anything? Because that's just unacceptable. And then like the drum tech is like snapping at people and like just shit where it's just like, you do realize that you sold less than a third of the capacity of this venue. And also your music sucks dick. Like your music is so bad. Like seriously, like their stage setup was a fucking video wall, a bunch of lights, this huge ass dumb drum set, and then they had 2 huge like fake arcade cabinets set up on either side of the stage. Yeah. And then at the beginning of the set, they all walk out with shutter shades on. And then like they stand up and climb up to the guitarists both stand on top of the arcade machine. And then like they do a dueling guitar solo. As soon as the show started, we were all laughing our asses off. Like these fucking nerds.
Oh my God.
And I should say the band was fine. They're not who I'm upset about. It's their fucking dipshit crew.
Right.
Yeah, it's their dipshit
It's always
crew.
them because they have a fucking ego because they're like, this is Dragon Force, okay?
Yeah. There's like, no, the drummer.
This
the
is
drum
a technical. Okay.
Dude, the drum tech like kept barking orders at people, and I told him to go fuck himself at one point. And he like, at one point during the day, he asked, so when you have a show, right, like a bigger show, you'll have a runner, which is just a dedicated person to like go run errands if you need to go get something. Like, oh shit, right. Like our guitar thing crapped out. Can you go to Guitar Center and get this or whatever? The drum tech literally told her, was just like, hey, I'm like, I need some caffeine. Can you go get me like a cappuccino? And she straight up was just like, this douchebag just asked me to go get him a singular coffee. And Grady, our PM, was like, yeah, if the tour manager tells you to do something, then you go do something. Do not do anything for that asshole.
So I get like 2 room temperature waters and a bowl of edamame.
No, literally. Like,
can I get a bowl of cottage cheese I can dip my balls in?
Yeah, like during load-in, the dude was like, do you guys have any Cokes that we can drink? Like, I'm really thirsty.
Do you have a mini Coke? Not to drink. I'm trying to dilate my asshole.
Do you have a little guy?
Oh my God.
I'll stop ranting and raving. Yeah, dude, it was just fucking funny.
Well, and then you're telling me the universe wants you to die by White Castle?
Yeah, dude, every time that I've worked fucking 6 12-hour days in the last 7 days. And like the only thing that's ever been fucking open at night has been White Castle. So I've eaten White Castle like 4 times this week. And it's just like so bad.
Fucking that's what Wes was saying.
Stinking days.
That's what we've had nothing but sliders for the last 3 stinking days.
Oh my God.
Fucking Wes was telling me last night, he's like, yeah, nothing's open late in St. Louis except White Castle.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's brutal.
Yeah, all the fucking Steak and Shake's closed.
Is like Courtesy Diner and shit, is that shit open? Like,
it is, but it's like, I don't want to go sit
that's far,
in Courtesy.
Yeah.
And it's not even far. It's just like, I don't want to be around drunk people. Like, I don't want to be around the drunk people that I just escaped from. Like,
right.
Mimi with that.
Speaking of drunk, I've been getting into drinking because I'm realizing it basically numbs all negative, like anxious feeling. And it's like, damn.
Great discovery, man.
Now I see why people do that. I'm like, fuck. Because, the trippers and dippers, make you anxious sometimes and make you tired. But alcohol just it's kind of a guaranteed fun time.
Especially if it's cold out.
It's far from that, I would say.
Well, at what cost? Yeah, you gotta be a good pacer. But I am a good pacer. I'm a very good pacer.
Yeah.
I think drinking is underrated.
Trish was concerned. I was going. She was like, "I'm cutting you off after 5 beers," and I was like,
"Oh my gosh,
watch me down at least 3 to 4 more." And I did.
Gosh.
And someone there recognized me. Was like, "Connor." I'm like, "Sure, yeah." He's like, "Do you want me to buy you a drink?" And I was like, "You absolutely can." I was like, "You absolutely can, sir.
You can do that.
You can go ahead and do that." He's like, "Can I get a picture?" I'm like, absolutely. And had a good time. Had a very good time at the news show.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that the White Castle is within walking distance to my house. So imagine, yeah, like literally a 5-minute walk down the street. There's a White Castle.
Oh yeah, I guess it's East Coast.
There's within walking distance. There's fucking White Castle, McDonald's, Qdoba, Burger King.
That's everything.
And I'm pretty sure a Taco Bell also, maybe. It's like everything. It's basically everything.
Well, what are your chicken options?
Oh, and there's a Popeyes too.
Okay, you're good.
Like right there. Yeah,
that's everything. Yeah, that's every food group.
And then there's a place where it's like just a regular kind of all American kind of like somewhat. It's actually a pretty affordable, good place. And And they, have chicken strips that are bomb there. They're like classic restaurant, just kind of like that mid-tier chicken strip, nothing crazy. Because you can go to Popeyes, but like that shit's literally $17 for a 5-piece.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Are you serious? What?
Yeah, and each strip is the size of a goddamn fried catfish. Like, it's huge.
That's stupid.
And I'm like, I just want fucking chicken strips and French fries, the classic. But so the other place sells it, and it's like $11 for the whole thing, and you can get Cajun fries for like an extra $2-3.
Yeah,
Dude,
fucking like Southern across the street from my work. It's right next to Pappy's.
Pappy's.
It's like Southern style fried chicken, and like, dude, just grip the tenders or the family meal with the mac and cheese and the fucking French fries. They have the best fries. They're the big crinkles, but they're just coated in seasoning. Just
fire.
Literally no surface area without it on it. And it's just like
I'm telling you though, they need to open up a motherfucking Cane's in New York because I'm getting pretty much goddamn tired of it. Yeah. I'm getting pretty fucking tired of it.
Oh,
need that. Need a goddamn Cane's. If one opens, it'll be fucking full like 24/7, and they'll probably open it in fucking Times Square if they open one.
Yeah,
I mean they would be smart to do that.
Yeah,
you were gonna say something, Tom?
Oh, I was gonna say, I grocery shopped last weekend and I got fucking like 7 big chicken drumsticks for like $3.75.
You got like, 7 of them for $3.75, and there's a chicken shortage.
They were like,
so what kind of drumsticks were these?
They were like, I don't know how to show the size. They're all like this long and got to be about this thick at the end.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit! So I brought them home and I air fried them. And I was like, wow, I'm never going to like eat out again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good.
I'm off that shit now. Yeah. Because I was like eating quite a bit of, I mean, not quite a bit, but for what I had been doing for the past few years and over the past few months, I've been eating fast food, like I was getting Chick-fil-A after work every Friday kind of thing to treat myself and all that shit.
But, once a week is not
no, it's totally.
All, especially if it's Chick-fil-A.
I never beat myself up over like if my roommate makes a pizza and he's like, "Hey, have half of this." I'm gonna eat it. It doesn't.
Hey, have half of this.
I'm not like you don't have to be like all or nothing, but it's just like, especially it's part of like a budget thing too. It's just like, man, I can get that much fucking chicken for under $4, and it smacks. I just dip it in like a variety of sauces I have. I mean, why am I going? Why am I going to Chick-fil-A and getting, some fries and 5 nuggets for double that price?
Is that what you get? That's it? Just some frise and 5 nuggets? If I just
go there for a snack, like after work, like that's not really my dinner,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah, fire.
It's like $7 and I'm like, okay, for $4 I got 7 giant chicken drumsticks. Way healthier.
Max.
Hell yeah, bro.
Your Taylor Hawkins note is so disrespectful.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's funny.
Not cool, dude.
Not cool.
It's a drummer. I can say it.
It's true.
Oh, true.
I'm a drummer.
You earned it.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
I get
a
the
drummer.
pass.
I can say the D word, which is drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have y'all been playing any games? I mean, Tony, you seem like
big update to Rebirth Island.
I heard this.
Yeah, it's really fire.
There's a big mid-season update to Warzone.
There's like the security area that's like kind of like the lowest point on the map, That's like way built out now with a ton of buildings.
Wow.
And then there's a giant ship on one side, and there's a whole like fortification going around the courtyard of the prison.
Wow.
So I mean, there's quite a few like changes, and they're all pretty cool.
Wow.
So
very clean.
It's like that. It's like, I don't know. Like I feel when we were talking about Halo, like COD is giving me the content,
Yeah,
they're giving it to me.
I mean, they launched Warzone and they had updates pretty quickly after that. It wasn't no 6-month goddamn wait for some tangible updates. I mean, this Halo shit is ridiculous.
I don't care about what my guy looks like for the most part. At the end of the day, I don't see him that much. Like, it's cool if I unlock some stuff for free. I'll fuck around with it. I haven't fucked with my COD guy at all because since my account got hacked, it's the default skin, and I'm not going to change it. But and same in Halo until they give me some more like fucking content. More than 6 maps.
I'm open to the idea that Halo will find its groove and it'll become what it's supposed to be. Like what we're hoping it to be. Because Apex, when it first launched, it was really hype at first, but then it petered out pretty quickly after that,
and then came back up.
Fortnite has really changed recently, but it's in general, it's such a, there's just too much. Fortnite used to be a really fucking kind of more bare bones kind of cool thing where it was all kind of original shit, and then now it's just like there's so many, like you can be John Wick fighting Rick and Morty, and it's just like it's just ridiculous.
It's insane.
So
I think it's funny, but like, I don't know. I missed the wave on Fortnite.
It's just kind of like I like pure Fortnite gameplay, which is like building and building fights original and shit characters. Like that. I know the pros are like sick of some aspects of that game, but yeah, I mean, I think that it's possible for, because Apex now is more popular than it's ever been. I feel like it's like a go-to for a lot of people.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I'd love to see the like player base like graph for all these games over the past, pretty much since the pandemic started.
I mean, there you go. Respawn said on April 14, 2021, they have crossed 100 million players. A milestone that has grown by leaps and bounds ever since. So,
what, unique players per month or what?
No, like current players total.
What does that mean now?
There's 1.1 million online. I think it's total, like players that play the game currently. Let's see.
Brad, I just wish there was something more like specific.
It's fluctuating by hundreds of thousands every time I refresh this player counter thing. But
that's okay. So that kind of answers it, right? That means it's like an active count of how many people are playing right now.
Yeah, it's like 1 million. But I think like in terms of players that play in a given week, probably, or just that are currently active, probably in the game. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that all 100 million of them have to be playing at the same time, but.
That's really crazy. 100 million? This is for Apex?
Yeah, I'm trying to get... I don't know why these stats are so hard to fucking come across. Yeah, because like in 2019, they got 70 million registered players. Now, in April of last year, it was 100 million. So, yeah, in the last 30 days, it's 119 million average monthly players. So, I mean...
Wow.
That goes pretty stupid. And when they launched... November 30th, 2019, I guess this is the first one on the fucking graph here. 47 million players. And then they gained 17%, then 27%, they were at 71 million. And then the growth slowed until they were about 94 million in 2020. And then you had the drop off back down to 79 million. And then it slowly climbed until it got to, looks like February, they had 100 average monthly players, 100 million, and that's gone up by 20 million, a nice degree. It looks like it got really popular last October, so it's just like they had 5% gain last October. So I mean, it's cool. It's I like to see games where fucking there's actually something different being offered, and it's being embraced, and it's sustaining itself, and the content is keeping people interested. So I think Halo could be that. Yeah. I feel like it could, it could fucking put out some content and it doesn't take much. That's the thing I've realized about, not only like games and music and shit, but like also like TikTok and all this shit going viral shit is like, there's no such thing as falling off if you keep trying. Like if you fail and you figure it out and you put out something new that people will actually like, anything can get popular now. There's no gatekeeper keeping you from an audience if people organically like what you put out. So, I could see Halo in the middle of the summer putting out a fat update with a ton of shit, like co-op, Forge, like fucking, it better be like 5 to 10 new maps, frankly. You need a lot more
absolutely.
maps.
They botched the next update.
it can't be this fucking gradual shit where you roll out a couple maps because you only got a couple maps right now, and we've played them to fucking death. So just a couple more, you're just giving us another game with very minimal amounts of maps because we're already tired of those. So everyone's going to try and rush to the new content. But if it's only a little new content after all this time, you're fucking up. So, yeah.
Forge is going to be huge. Yeah. I mean, they shouldn't botch it. They've done it before, like 10 or 15 years ago. So
I just don't know what's all this. I would rather the game wait for the game to come out. Well, like that's what Gabe Newell said. He's like, a game can be delayed forever. But fucking, what did he say?
They
like a good product will be played forever, but you can only develop it. Good game, a good product. Quote. I got to get his exact words. I forgot what he fucking said.
Gabe Newell quotes.
Gabe Newell quote. How you doing?
You hear what I said? They probably wanted the funding. Put it out, make money, use that money to add more content to the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just annoying to have to get it rolled out like that. I mean, I get the game is free, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's just
nothing to offer to buy, anyways. You know.
Yeah. No, I mean it's annoying, but it's just like it's just inevitable. Like that's just how games are put out. I mean, maybe not Elden Ring though. I guess that's full game, right? Are they going to add to it?
They easily could,
but it's a different type of game. So
yeah,
any shooter where it's like a online thing, the model now is seasons, battle passes, continuous content.
Yeah, and the Halo battle pass is bullshit. The fucking, I don't know, just the whole experience with Halo Infinite is like the game is so good, but it doesn't feel confident in how it wants to offer the game up. Like it doesn't feel finished. It really doesn't. Like the campaign was fleshed out, but it was kind of just like, all right, I beat it. That's it. I mean, I can run around Zeta Halo and like do all these missions, but then I just was like, nah.
Was it a fun campaign?
It's one of the better Halo campaigns for sure. It's pretty phenomenal.
Cool. Okay, I still have to play it.
Like an open world game.
But it's like it's not making that impact you would usually have, where like you could play co-op. You know what I mean? And it'd be more of an online fun thing. You can play a mission of the game. Out. I don't get it. It's like I've played the game. It's like, okay, it'll be cool if it's co-op, but the very nature of the game that you've built is like this really solo experience. I mean, it's like you could make it co-op because there's things you could do as a team. Like you can even have like a Warthog full of fucking Marines right now that you can tell it's like, oh, they wanted to make this a co-op experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's whatever. They need
to finish the game.
They need to finish the fucking game. I hate the user interface. I think it doesn't make any sense. It's like the social interface doesn't make any sense to me. The fucking playlisting is just like so dry looking. It's just like a bunch of different playlists and that's it. There's no like, oh, this is ranked, this is that, this is like categories and like a separate menu for that. There's not like a very clear like custom games menu. I don't know. These just kind of seem buried in menus and it just seems like boring. I don't know. The game itself, like I've played over 110 hours of this game easily. Like mechanically, it's fucking perfect. It's the best Halo game in my opinion. Now that I'm really thinking about it, apart from Halo 3, because Halo 3 holistically as different an entity, you'll never make a better game.
Yeah,
because you have to account for the impact, the community, that game's
it was a
seminal.
moment in time.
Custom games.
It was groundbreaking. It was like, this is the shit. And nothing has ever touched the organic community of that. But I'm also not a big Minecraft, Roblox guys, and that seems to be, in terms of like a community.
In terms of shooters.
Yeah.
In terms of shooters, is like nothing has ever been that.
Nothing like that.
It was more than shooting. Like it was like the movement of it, like the mechanics of like driving and having like, having a, what's that one where you're driving on a mongoose or a warthog around a circle?
Oh yeah.
And there's a sniper
Yeah,
it's like a zombie game type.
I was gonna say like Source Engine, like Half-Life 2 mods is also a huge thing. But you're talking about the greatest games of all time here, so. But anyways, yeah, I'm hoping Halo kind of has like a resurgence and it fucking actually puts out some fucking content.
And it can. You're right about how it's just like in this day and age, it's like it could totally pop off a year from now.
I think the thing that's so clearly underdeveloped is the battle pass and the challenges. They're just completely pointless. I don't know how to unlock.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And you know how excited I was for this game, and I got it and I played, probably 100, 200 matches. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You still don't know what I'm talking about.
It's the last thing on my mind, like battle passes and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me get into the game and play it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I'm talking about that's being a part of like, oh, this season in Halo, there's a really cool armor and at the end of the battle pass and you can actually get through the battle, but it's a 6-month fucking season. So you've got to be playing it for like long. 6 fucking you got to be playing it for months to get to the end of the battle pass. Months and months.
3 months, dude.
And then the challenges are just like,
or 2.
They run out eventually. And it's like, that's the only way to further your battle passes by like completing these challenges and getting stars. So it's not just from XP. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's not very clear. That whole system just, it's not very clear. And it just doesn't feel like a finished game. That's really all it is.
Halo 3 didn't need any of that stuff.
No.
It's all because of this, like, yeah, it's just because we need so much fucking shit to like be constant, like, oh, I gotta get this many of this. What?
To sell. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like to keep the person like, I don't know, we're just like so easily I don't know, we just need a lot of things to focus on. It's like, oh, there's challenges and you gotta get the battle pass and I don't know. I just want to get in the game and play it, I haven't looked at any of the challenges. Now I was doing that for Call of Duty.
Cosmetics people enjoy those. People do. It's exciting, right, especially when they're tied into the story somehow of the season. It's interesting.
Right. I got Damascus, I guess, in Call of Duty, and that was a whole thing, a grind for that. But Halo was never about that for me. But I guess maybe it was getting the Hayabusa armor and shit. Like, that was cool.
Yeah, man.
So
it's legendary. They were kind of the first to do that shit. But
I wish it was a little more simplified. Like, I wish, you just, I don't know, it wasn't tied to battle passes. I don't like battle passes.
Yo, the other crazy thing, did you guys hear about this shit? The commander who was killed by his own forces in Russia or in Ukraine.
No.
So a Russian brigade commander killed by his own forces. A Russian brigade commander has been killed by his own forces in another indication of boiling discontent among Russian forces deployed in and around Ukraine, Western officials said. The colonel, commander of the 37th Motor Rifle Brigade, was run over by an armored vehicle and suffered grave injuries to both legs. The brigade commander was killed by his own troops, we believe, as a consequence of the scale of losses that have been taken by his brigade, one official said. We believe that he was killed by his own troops deliberately. We believe that he was run over by his own troops. The confirmation followed a Facebook post on Wednesday by prominent Ukrainian journalist and YouTuber Roman Cymbalyuk, who said that troops had been angered by the 50% casualty rate. Sorry to laugh. I mean, it's just like wild. Suffered by the unit deployed to the Kyiv region. Kyiv, I guess. Kyiv. One soldier driving an armored vehicle deliberately ran over the commander, who was shown in video posts being taken on a stretcher for treatment to neighboring Belarus. He was later reported to have died. I mean, dog, we were just talking about last episode how they are getting clapped in Ukraine, dude. How many losses they have suffered? I mean, it's ridiculous.
You want to be like, yeah, suck at Putin, but at the same time, it's like that that's cheering on the death of, I don't know, people that may or may not have wanted to serve, but you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a crazy situation. I'm trying to see the casualties and losses, but they have like 8 different figures for each. It's just very bizarre. But thousands of Russian soldiers have been killed and have been, they already got like a fucking military map of how far the Russians have pushed into the country. But, I mean, it's just wild how many Russians have already died. The casualties are far higher than any conflict we've been in the last 20 years. That's what we were talking about last year. But I can imagine them being, I mean, because it's an authoritarian nation state, Russia. So I would imagine if you're in the military, you kind of have to do it. I mean, that's how every military, but I mean, like, this is a very aggressive move, and like, you know, high casualties. It's like, you kind of feel like Putin doesn't give a fuck. It's just like, yeah, keep pushing in. That's historically Russia as a nation state has just not given a fuck about the body count. They just go. And this is just wild though, for thousands of Russians to have already died. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then people are literally voluntarily fighting in this war, like going to the Ukraine border and getting put into like a volunteer militia, and they're like getting fucking drone strike by fucking Russia and shit. Shit is wild.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah,
Rather
man.
bad.
Shit's just
Rather
crazy. They should stop.
Knock it off.
Knock it the fuck
We got
off.
it good here.
I just wanted to share that because I think that's like
today.
a sign that, like, you know, shit's not going very well for Russia right now.
Right.
In any way. And gas prices are crazy. They have sanctions on Russia, which is aggressive too. I mean,
Yeah.
even to just like,
Hella aggro.
yeah, it's, you know. But anyways, we didn't talk about video games really, but you know, we talked about
totally
Warzone. Yeah. I was just gonna
And
say
Halo.
the video games we wanted to mention,
And Halo.
because I was just gonna say I beat Red Dead Redemption 2 finally, which is funny.
Nice.
It took me like 2 years, and I'm about to beat GTA 5, which is damn near 10 years since that came out.
Damn.
It's just very funny, but
Surprised I beat
both
that
those
one
games
before
are
you.
just absolutely perfect. I mean, they're phenomenal games, especially Red Dead 2. I mean, I've never seen that game is so goddamn graphically impressive. It boggles the fucking mind.
Yeah.
I played a lot of GTA 5 in college, and mostly what I did, I may have said this like a long time ago on the pod if we ever talked about it, but like I would really just go to the tallest mountain. There's two on the map.
I've done this, yeah.
And I would do the cheat code, and I got it so fast that it was just literally just like with my fingers, and I would just spawn a little a dirt bike, and I would just bomb that.
Yeah, that's the best. I mean, that's
The only thing I've done on that game. The only thing I'll ever do.
And now that's Riders Republic.
Right, yeah.
Basically,
true.
phenomenal game.
I wanted that game before it was even a concept in someone's mind. I was like, this is all you need, right?
No one ever thought to do that in GTA with the fully fleshed out biking system and trail system. No one ever thought, maybe I should
And then just
ride a bike down
and
a
then
hill.
maybe like switch
everyone did.
midair to jetpack, I guess. And then, yeah.
I got to get that game, man. I might get that for
Yeah.
PC if it's available at some point.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
That
I
shit.
might just save it for that next adventure, though.
Next adventure.
The next time the Gripple Stevens.
I might save it for the next adventure.
The next time the Gripple Stevens verse cracks open.
Max, you realize you have to bring your PS5 and Skull Guy to every occasion now, right?
100%.
I mean, there's just no excuse.
I mean,
You really
did you
kinda
think
wrote
that I
yourself
wouldn't?
into that one.
Dude, that was just like, that's when we were all like, yeah. We're like, yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
Quite
And then Tony's
literally.
just playing some Pink Floyd cover band, just like,
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, yeah. I was literally like laughing like I am right now. Just like, yeah. Just like, I don't even know. Like, I couldn't even describe
when
the
we
feeling.
all link up and do that shit, I literally I one of the most like distinct thing, it's like you're laughing so much, and you're having such a fucking, you're just laughing so much, and you're basically just having so much fun that you're just like, it almost gets freaky. Like your brain gets fried from it. How funny this shit is, and how like I constantly have tears in my eyes. That's the thing I remember is just like they're just having to wipe tears and tears and tears out of my eyes to the point where like I can't even fucking see. It's like crying. It's almost like a religious experience, laughing that much.
Because we set it up so well. You know, we have to be in an environment that condones such, it's
got to be rigged up.
Jubilation.
It's got to be rigged up.
Yeah, you got to be rigged up.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to be. You can have a good time without being rigged up.
Nah,
I know
you
people
gotta
that
be
like
rigged up.
to like go on hikes or whatever and stuff like that. And that's cool stuff too. But
I want to do that at some point.
I do too. I'd like to. Well, like I was saying at one point, I was like, sometime we got to do this in the summer when it's fucking nice and just do it during the day, you know?
Well,
and here you were like, well, sometimes the world isn't perfect, Tony.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
That's like as a joke?
Yeah, it was as a joke. I was able to.
Sometimes Tony does acid in a cave.
Because I didn't want to. Because there's also, you could have looked at it like, oh, I'm like dogging on the current circumstances and wishing that I was in a better, like more sunny, instead of just enjoying the moment or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, I get it. I got that it was a joke, which sometimes is hard when you're
under these current vibrational circumstances.
It's hard to understand the joke when you're off the goobers. When you're off a couple goobers.
When you're goobing.
Sometimes you miss those jokes. They go
just calling it straight goob is hilarious.
Call me Josh.
Like, how many times of goob did you do? How many goobs did you do?
How many gobbledy goobers did you gobble? Or what?
How many goobs did you take? Oh, the same as me? Gotcha.
How many
that was the funniest thing was fucking the joke we were talking about, like how guys at a factory will get off work and go to a bar and just drop acid instead of drink a beer. It's like the working man is like, I just go to the bar and I take a couple goobs. I trip for about 8 to 9 hours.
Jesus.
And then I go home to my wife
again the next day.
And I get up, do it. And that's how I'm sending you to college from that hard work. Anyways.
Wow.
Yeah. Someone made a TikTok, which is like a joke I feel like I've not made on TikTok, but like I've always thought would be funny. And I think we made it on the trip, but it was like a TikTok about like parents who whose kid, like POV, your parents make you microdose before school every day.
I've not seen that.
It was funny.
Oh yeah, that was a good bit.
You gotta send me that.
But anyways, what a fire episode. Y'all, thank you so much. Fear. I don't even fear.
Peter.
Stop doing that. You're embarrassing yourself. Hi, my name's like, Timmy Tucker Turner Tomley. Quadruple T. My name is Tommy Tuckles. My name is Tommy Tuckles, and I have 2 front teeth. And I'm here to tell you.
God damn it. Oh, I got shit.
You're under enemy face. Yeah, that video, he's like, people are shooting people directly with the rocket launcher. Stop doing that. You're embarrassing yourself. And it's like, who is shooting the rocket launcher in Halo directly at someone after maybe the first time you've ever used it? Like, oh, definitely got to put some lead on that. And then you just, like, that's it. You would never be like, maybe this is working.
Every time it's behind.
Like, fucking move. Like, what? What fucking toddlers are you playing against or that you're playing with that are doing that? Anyways. Oh, okay. Never mind. A Russian general was killed in Ukraine. I thought that said Zelensky was killed in Ukraine. I was like, whoa. Never mind.
Okay.
It's funny how I still reference.
There's been $119 billion in property damage because of this war, by the way. It's like, what can we talk about the major property damage? Okay, 119 billion in property damage
in Ukraine.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Anyway,
oh shit.
Let's end this shit. Max, scary shit.
Embarrassing yourself.
Y'all, thank you so much for listening. This is Woke and Boke. We appreciate it. Follow us on the socials. Give us a sub on YouTube. We really appreciate that. That out of anything, we would really appreciate. Thank you. Woke and Boke, motherfucker. Great episode. Peace the motherfuck out.